Nepotism babies, carbon copies, and bitter estrangements. From the father who fired his own son from a movie to the duo that generated over $500 million together, here are 35 celebrity actor fathers and their famous children. Number 35, Ethan Hawke and Maya Hawke. Kicking off at 35, we have the ultimate nepo baby collaboration. Ethan directed his daughter Maya in the film Wildcat, even casting her in explicit scenes. When asked about the awkwardness, Maya stated she felt safer doing those scenes with her dad watching than a stranger, because he actually cares about her safety. Number 34, James Caan and Scott Caan. They share only one movie together, Mercy, and it happened for a specific reason. Scott wrote the screenplay specifically to force his father James to play a vulnerable character. It was a rare break from the tough guy roles that defined James Caan's career. Number 33, Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr. Despite looking exactly like his father, O'Shea Jackson Jr. wasn't handed the role in Straight Outta Compton. He underwent 2 years of rigorous auditions to prove to the studio he wasn't just a hire based on DNA. He beat out hundreds of actors to play the role of his own dad. Number 32, Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr. This duo shares 11 credits, but their best moment was unscripted. When Damon Sr. guest starred on Happy Endings, the writers didn't write jokes for their scenes. They simply let the father and son roast each other for 5 minutes and kept the best takes for the final cut. Number 31, Billy Ray Cyrus and Miley Cyrus. They spent 4 seasons together on Hannah Montana, a show that made them household names. However, the cost was high. Billy Ray later admitted the show destroyed his family and led to his divorce, saying he sometimes wishes he could erase the series from history entirely. Number 30, Quincy Jones and Rashida Jones. The awards gap here is staggering. Quincy has 80 Grammy nominations, while Rashida has just one for a documentary about him. Surprisingly, Rashida originally wanted to be a lawyer. She only pivoted to acting after the O.J. Simpson trial. A friend of her father disillusioned her with the justice system. Number 29, Robert Downey Sr. and Robert Downey Jr. They share 8 films, but the first is the most shocking. RDJ's first role was at age 5 in his father's movie, Pound, where he played a puppy. Sr. later admitted he deeply regretted introducing Jr. to the industry and drug use at such a vulnerable age. Number 28, John Ritter and Jason Ritter. Jason Ritter has carved his own path, but he returned to his roots for one specific role. He stepped in to voice a character in the Clifford the Big Red Dog cartoon, a franchise his late father led. Jason said it was the only time he felt he could hear his dad while working. Number 27, Ron Howard and Bryce Dallas Howard. Ron directed his daughter in 4 separate movies, but never gave her a free ride. As a child, Bryce was allowed to be a background extra in films like Apollo 13, but Ron forbade her from having a speaking line until she earned it properly through theater school. Number 26, Bruce Dern and Laura Dern. This family holds a Hollywood record. Bruce, Laura, and mother Diane Ladd received their stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on the exact same day. They are the only family in history to achieve a simultaneous triple induction. Number 25, Jack Nicholson and Ray Nicholson. The resemblance here is 100% terrifying. Ray Nicholson's role in the horror hit Smile was marketed almost entirely on his genetic ability to mimic his father's iconic The Shining grin. No CGI was required to recreate that look. Number 24, Dustin Hoffman and Jake Hoffman. Jake turned the tables and directed his famous father in his debut film, Asthma. Jake later revealed that directing Dustin was a nightmare because the veteran actor couldn't stop trying to direct the other actors on set himself. Number 23, Lenny Kravitz and Zoe Kravitz. Zoe starred as Catwoman in The Batman, but her father has a strange connection to the role. Lenny famously dated Eartha Kitt, the original Catwoman, and was later linked to Halle Berry, another Catwoman. Zoe also voiced the character in Lego Batman years before playing her in live action. Number 22, Johnny Depp and Lily Rose Depp. They share one movie, Yoga Hosers, and it's widely considered one of the worst films in both their careers. Lily Rose admits she usually steers clear of watching her father's films to separate dad from the actor, keeping their professional lives distinct. Number 21. James Brolin and Josh Brolin. Both men have played major villains. Josh was Thanos in the MCU, while James voiced Emperor Zurg. Josh was estranged from his father during his teenage years and didn't reconcile fully until he became sober. He now jokes that he is undoubtedly the more famous villain. Number 20. Brendan Gleeson and Domhnall Gleeson. They both appeared in the Harry Potter franchise as Mad-Eye Moody and Bill Weasley. However, Domhnall almost turned down the massive opportunity. He was terrified of being known solely as Brendan's son and argued with his agent before accepting the part. Number 19. Jeremy Irons and Max Irons. You won't find nepotism here. Jeremy Irons actively discouraged Max from acting, warning him about the high failure rate. Max worked as a bartender to support himself and was nearly fired for spilling a drink on a customer just days before landing his first role on his own. Number 18. Stellan Skarsgård and Alexander Skarsgård. Stellan has 4 sons in the acting business, including Alexander and Bill. His parenting strategy was simple: 0 advice. He told them, if you want to be famous, don't do it. If you want to act, do it. Despite their collective fame, they have never all appeared in a movie together. Number 17. Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Together, they have generated over $550 million at the box office. But their second collaboration, After Earth, was a critical bomb. Will Smith called it the most painful failure of his career, feeling guilty for leading his son into a firing squad of harsh critics. Number 16. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Patrick Schwarzenegger. There is a $440 million net worth gap here, and Arnold intends to keep it that way. He refuses to read lines with Patrick or fund his career. Arnold forces Patrick to pay for his own acting coaches, insisting that his son must find his own way without financial crutches. Number 15. Eugene Levy and Dan Levy. They co-starred in 80 episodes of Schitt's Creek, but the dynamic was reversed. Dan was the showrunner and actually forbade his father from improvising. For the first time in his career, comedy legend Eugene Levy had to stick exactly to the script. Number 14. Dennis Quaid and Jack Quaid. Jack Quaid, star of The Boys, stands 3 inches taller than his dad, but refused to stand on his shoulders financially. After college, Jack worked at a Halloween store to pay rent, determined to say he made it without using Dennis Quaid's bank account. Number 13. Rob Lowe and John Owen Lowe. Their TV show Unstable was co-created based entirely on their social media activity. John Owen's real-life job was trolling his father on Instagram. Netflix executives saw the brutal comments and bought the pitch solely on that chemistry. Number 12. Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell. In Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, they play the exact same character, Lee Shaw, 50 years apart. Wyatt refused to watch his dad's old movies to prepare for the role. He told the director, "I don't need to study him. I know how he talks. I live with him." Number 11. John Aniston and Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer appeared in one scene of Days of Our Lives as a child, uncredited alongside her father. Despite John being a soap legend, he begged Jennifer not to become an actress. He told her, "You have too much heart to be rejected this much." Thankfully, she ignored him. Number 10. Jon Voight and Angelina Jolie. They played father and daughter in Lara Croft Tomb Raider, but the crew reported iciness on set. Shortly after, Angelina legally dropped Voight from her name. They stopped speaking for years after Voight made public comments about her mental health. Number 9. Henry Fonda and Jane Fonda. Henry died just 5 months after their only shared film, On Golden Pond. The scene where Jane's character confronts her father about their distance was largely unscripted emotion. She produced the movie specifically to heal their real-life estrangement before he passed away. Number 8. Lloyd Bridges and Jeff Bridges. In the film Blown Away, Lloyd played the villain against his son. Jeff actually convinced producers to cast his dad. He argued that because the public sees Lloyd as a nice guy, it would make him a terrifyingly effective psychopath. He was right. Number 7. Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas. They only shared one movie, It Runs in the Family, released in 2003. But the real drama was over One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Michael tried for years to get the film made starring Kirk. By the time it was greenlit, Kirk was too old, and the role went to Jack Nicholson, causing decades of family tension. Number 6. Jerry Stiller and Ben Stiller. Jerry and Ben share 13 credits. Jerry was cast as Ben's father in The Heartbreak Kid and Zoolander for a practical reason. Ben found it impossible to find another actor who could yell at him with that specific level of authentic frustration. Number 5. Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen. In Wall Street, Martin played the moral compass, while Charlie played the corrupted son. Critics have since pointed out that this casting eerily predicted their future public personas. It remains one of the most meta father-son castings in film history. Number 4. Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland. Despite both being acting legends, it took 33 years for them to share a scene. They finally acted opposite each other in the 2016 Western, Forsaken. Kiefer admitted he was more nervous acting in front of his dad than any other co-star in his life. Number 3. Clint Eastwood and Scott Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is notorious for making his son audition like everyone else. He actually rejected Scott for a major role in American Sniper. Scott revealed, "He doesn't care who I am. If I'm not right for the part, I'm not getting it." Number 2. Denzel Washington and John David Washington. There is a massive gap in their film debuts. Age 7 versus age 31. John David had a cameo in Malcolm X as a child, but then quit. When he returned to acting at 31, he hid his identity, telling casting directors his dad was a construction worker to avoid nepotism accusations. And at number 1, Tom Hanks and Colin Hanks, Hollywood's nicest duo. They have shared 3 projects, including The Great Buck Howard. In that film, Tom played a disapproving father, mirroring their real-life dynamic, where Colin refused to use his dad's connections. Colin spent years grinding in auditions to ensure his success was his own and not a gift from Forrest Gump. Which of these father-son duos surprised you the most? Did we miss any legendary pairs? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this list, hit that like button and subscribe to Pure Celebrity Facts for more Hollywood deep dives. Thanks for watching.